Hello everyone, welcome back to another monthly art fair. Last month we've just had Faebrewary, and we've had quite a few entries. I'm super excited to see what everybody's done. At the start of each month I announce what the prompt is for this particular month. You can go into the Discord, scroll down to the monthly art fair section, and you'll have a full breakdown as to what the prompt is, what's required of you, and whether or not you'd like it involved in these kind of videos. Full context, Faebrewary was the prompt for this past month. Fae, as in like fairy creatures, elves, pixies, fauns, hags, everything of that kind of whimsical nature. So Fae. Brew, as in like brewing things, potions, poisons, soup, anything that can be considered brewed. So Faebrewary or airy, whatever. The combination of the two concepts. We tried something a little bit more complex than last time. This time we'll see how it goes. Okay. Starting with Hacha. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Ooh. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Okay. Immediately, teacup, tea kettle, grass, pixie creature. Does the pixie creature have glasses on? I'm particularly fond of glasses bearing creatures, so extra points in my book, but I love it. That's really well done. I love how you've done the lighting. I love how you've done the texturing. You can tell that the teacup is like the like wavy rose petal style wavy edge to it. It's really nice. Pixie Mahali. It is me. I love how you've made my luscious hair out of ferns and greenery. I like it a lot. Excellent. Immaculate start. Thank you very much. That was Kacha. Sick. Awesome. I love. Beautiful. Next we have Squid. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Ooh. Okay. Something else entirely. So instead of being like fairy creature tea Faebrewary, it's instead as a Fae environment with like an elf creature who kind of occupies kind of the Fae wilds, and they've got some kind of brew. Whether it's they're using magic to conjure a brew. That's sick. That's awesome. Really well done, especially given that I know that Squid focuses more on the character work side of art, and the fact that we've got a full environment is super cool. Thank you for submitting, Squid. I like a lot. Now, Dust has submitted a short story, same as last time. I'm excited to see what they've written this time. 3, 2, 1. The fourth wall. The sign flickered above the entrance, like it was unsure whether to invite people in or not. Allison completely disregarded it, pushing the door open anyways, leaving a little choice to follow. The space beyond was bustling with people, or if I wanted to be more specific, Fae-touched. A Fae bar, Allison had described it as earlier, though I doubted true Fae spent much time here. My eyes scanned across the room, resting a bit longer at a woman with red hair by the bar. A moment later, Allison pointed her out. That's them. And just as quick, she turned to leave. Why couldn't you have just described them to me? I found myself asking out loud. They're a changeling, she answered with one foot out the door. This was way faster than giving the 20 descriptions of what they might have felt like looking like today. The door shut behind her. I suppose she had a point. I made my way through the crowd. Excuse me? Allison sent me? It was met with a slow, rising eyebrow before the blunt statement. You don't look like I thought you would. What did you expect? That you'd be taller for one. Their eyes roamed across me. Less rugged, small-town cop. They moved behind my back, and more dark broody PI, you know? Once I turned to look, their appearance had completely changed. Gone was the red-haired woman, and in her place was a man that looked pulled straight out of a noir film. I have to admit, I'm a bit disappointed. You at least got some cool detective magic going on. No, I'm not fate touched. That earned me a second raised eyebrow. No, not even a little bit. Not a single distant relative fae. Can we just get to the point? Alison, tell you why I need your help? They sighed, and their appearance shifted away from the exaggerated features from before. They leaned against the bar. Yeah, you're in the same case with a guy who screwed over another guy, and now you need to get into the Maygold Hotel where I happen to work. That sum it up? More or less covers, yeah. What I don't get is why you think you'll find what you need there. I mean, that kind of guy doesn't just let important documents lay about for the housekeeper to find. A hunch. This time I got both eyebrows raised at me at once. They leaned towards me. A hunch? A hunch, I confirmed, nodding. You're telling me you're going through all this trouble for a hunch. My hunches aren't wrong. The way they looked at me shifted, as if they'd come to some form of conclusion about me, though I had no idea what. Eventually, however, they shrugged. Suppose we're doing this then. They stood up and headed towards the exit, expecting me to follow. Before the door, they stopped, glancing over their shoulder. Look, all I'll tell you, detective, you don't end up at a fae bar led only by a hunch. If you don't got at least a little fae in your blood. Beautiful. Beautiful. Glorious. I love how self-enclosed the stories are. They're always short, concise, punchy. You set the scene really well, Dust. You establish like what's going on very, very, very quickly. You got a lot of context explained in the moment. Another absolute home run, Dust. I loved it. It was good. I liked it a lot. Next, we have Kessa. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Ooh. Wait a second. Never again. Never again will I be jump scared by a spider. You've included a spider, Kessa. I see you. I know what you're trying to do, but no, not this day. I love it though. That's so good. Very akin to like a witch's cauldron brewing up a concoction, right? Because you've got the skeletal hand dropping loose ingredients. It looks like maybe fly wings, maybe a full fly over here, a spider into soup. Delicious soup. I like it a lot. That's awesome. Nice colors. Yeah, lovely colors. Lovely colors. Because it's so easy to, with bones, just do like your classic bone white bone. The fact that you've kept like an ambient color throughout, really, really, really good. Really, really well done. I love it. Work in progress. Not sure when you'll get around to finish. So this is for Kat. This is Kat's entry for this month. Not sure when you'll get around to finishing with this perspective. It being really difficult for you and the amount of detail you want to add. Don't have the patience for it right now. That's fair. That's fair. The monthly art fair is always just an opportunity to give something a go. If you don't complete it, it's not the end of the world. If anything, I just thoroughly appreciate the fact that you have given it a go to begin with. I think that's the thing that should be commended first and foremost. So even if this isn't a completed image, that's completely fine. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey! Okay. I can see, even if this isn't done, even if this isn't finished, I can see where you're going with it. It's really, really, really cool. You can see the brewery barrels behind the bar. You can, lovely perspective. I can see what you were talking about with the difficult perspective. Really, really, really difficult to do the like slanted like flyover shot. Really, really cool. I can see where you've been, so good. You've been keying in where the tabletops ought to be given the perspective. Really, really, really well done. Really, really, really well done. And although the finalization of it isn't finished, I really like the direction of it. I think you've done a fantastic job, Kat. Please don't be discouraged by this. Keep going. You're excellent. You have an opportunity to finish it potentially if you have the ambition to do so. But no stress if you want to just call it here and be like, yep, that was my attempt at this, and move on to something else. You'll grow in the process. Really, really cool to see. Thank you for sharing. It's awesome. Like the open skirt. Yeah, it's cool. Like all of the little details that have been added. Okay, we've got another work in progress from Digi this time. Again, Digi, no stress whatsoever if you haven't finished this one yet. I know you, so you'll probably go through and finish it, and I can't wait to see it in a finished state. But absolutely no stress over the fact that you haven't finished it yet. I'm excited to see where it's at. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh my god, what? The fish dog vendor. Yes, that's so good. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, mister. It's not quite finished yet. It's work in progress.
This could be absolutely seen as completely finished. I know that you got high standards for yourself, and I appreciate it. And still, I'll be interested in seeing where you get it to, but you've done an excellent job with it. It's so good. Your values are really, really well done. You can tell even from a distance what's what. I love the fact that here's a professional tip for anybody who's looking to incorporate shadows into their imagery. What Digi has done here is sublime. He hasn't included detail where the barrel meets the ground, and it's just all melded into itself, because that's what happens with shadow. You lose detail. It's lack of clarity, right? And you can see that all over the place here, right? All through here, all through here. It swamps out the detail in a lovely way, because it means that where detail is included, your attention snaps to. You immediately look at the end of the log there. You immediately look at the crack there. You immediately look at the like the detail of the firelight behind the character, the smoke, the mountains. Your eye goes all over the place in like a wandering, whimsical kind of way. It's not lost. It's going from point to point, like the signs here, it's trailing all over the canvas. It's not lost in all of the detail. I love it. It's so good. Okay. Last and probably not least, Jade says that they're very proud of this one, which makes me excited. I'm keen. 3, 2, 1. Excuse me? Excuse me, what? This is so good. This is fake. I was just commending earlier this idea of everybody tackling this in fundamentally different ways. The thought never crossed my mind to have it be conceptual. Now, this is only my interpretation of the piece. Your interpretation might be different. But the way that I interpret this is it's somebody sitting in a coffee shop, drinking coffee, the brew, and daydreaming about fey creatures outside the window of the coffee shop. Because you can see it kind of through the color, which is genius. You can see it transition from this orange into this kind of ethereal, phantasmagorical. Sorry, I just wanted to shoehorn that term in. Phantasmagorical, like fey environment with these lovely purples. That's so good. That's so good. Color, excellent. Shading, excellent. I love the little details all over the place. But even where you've chosen to omit detail, you've communicated more complexity, which is really, really, really well done. Because you can see where there are some details in the background with some of the brush, where you just kind of assume that it just goes on for miles, because you're seeing texture, but you're not quite sure as to what you're looking at. You just kind of, your imagination does the rest. I feel like it's immaculately done in that regard. Really, 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 really well done. The texture circle, it is, isn't it just? Amazing work, Jade. I can see why you're proud of it. It's really, really, really well done. Really, I love the little mushrooms on the transition as well. As it goes, it's just, yes, exactly. Delicious. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, everyone, for participating in Faebrewary. The absolute joy in my heart. My heart's full. It's been another successful monthly art fair, I feel. Celebration to all who participated. But now we get serious. We get super duper serious. Okay? It's time to announce the theme for March. Here we go. Speaking of excited, I'm excited about this one, okay? So judge me how you will. This is the prompt for March. The monthly art fair prompt for March 2026 is March Magic. When I say March Magic, I'm wanting something specific this time. When I say magic, I specifically mean spellcasting. So whatever imagery you come up with has to be in regards to spellcasting, whether it's a spell that is being cast by somebody, or it's the effects of a spell, or it's like a magic circle, or something. Like, it has to be spellcasting specifically. But March spellcasting doesn't quite have the same, doesn't have quite the same flow as March Magic. So March Magic, but think of it as March spellcasting. I can't wait to see what people come up with. If the last 2 months set any sort of precedent for the quality that we're going to receive for this one, I'm super stoked. I absolutely can't wait. Thank you for joining for this little celebration for the month of February. I can't wait to see what people do for March. Look after yourselves, everyone. I'll see you next month.